Happy Monday, kids. I miss you. It's raining outside, so it's good that you're inside, nice and warm. We're going to have a lesson today on social emotional literacy. You know what that means? We're just going to talk about your feelings. How you feel. This book is about a little boy named Ira who gets invited to his friend Reggie's house for a sleepover. Have you ever had a sleepover? Have you ever wondered how would you feel? What if you get scared at that sleepover and your mom's not there? Or what if you have to go to the bathroom? What if you want to go back home? Those are just some feelings that you might have when you go to spend the night at somebody's house for the very first time. Well, this is Ira, and his friend Reggie's going to have him come spend the night for his very first time. So we're going to explore his feelings. And you can ask yourself, how would I feel if that happened to me? This book is called Ira Sleeps Over by Bernard Weber. I was invited to sleep at Reggie's house. Boy, was I happy. I've never slept at a friend's house before. But I had a problem. It began when my sister said, "Are you taking your teddy bear along?" "Taking my teddy bear along," I said. "To my friend's house? Are you kidding? That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Of course I'm not taking my teddy bear." And then she said, "But you never slept without your teddy bear before. How would you feel sleeping without your teddy bear for the very first time?" "I'll feel fine. I'll feel great. I'll probably love sleeping without my teddy bear. So just don't worry about it," I said. "Who's worried?" she said. But now she had me thinking about it. She really had me thinking about it. And I began to wonder, suppose I won't like sleeping without my teddy bear. Suppose I just hate sleeping without my teddy bear. Should I take him? "Take him," said my mother. "Take him," said my father. "But Reggie'll laugh," I said. "He'll say I'm a baby." "He won't laugh," said my mother. "He won't laugh," said my father. "He'll laugh," said my sister. I decided not to take my teddy bear. That afternoon I played with Reggie, and Reggie had plans, big plans. "Tonight," he said, "when you come to my house, we're going to have fun, fun, fun. First, I'll show you my junk collection. And after that, we'll have a wrestling match. And after that, a pillow fight. And after that, we'll do magic tricks. And after that, we'll play checkers. And after that, we'll play dominoes. And after that, we can fool around with my magnifying glass." "Great," I said. "I can hardly wait." "By the way," I asked, what do you think about teddy bears?" But Reggie just went on talking and planning as if he'd never even heard of teddy bears before. "And after that," he said, "do you know what we can do after that? When the lights are out and the house is really dark, guess what we can do?" "What?" I asked. "We can tell ghost stories." "Ghost stories?" I said. "Ghost stories," said Reggie. "Scary, creepy, spooky ghost stories." I began to think about my teddy bear. "Does your house get very dark?" I asked. "Uh-huh," said Reggie. "Very, very dark?" "Uh-huh," said Reggie. "By the way," I said again, "what do you think about teddy bears?" Suddenly, Reggie was in a big place to go somewhere in a hurry. "See you tonight," he said. "See you," I said. I decided to take my teddy bear. "Good," said my mother. "Good," said my father. But my sister said, "What if Reggie wants to know your teddy bear's name? Did you think about that? Did you think about that, huh? And did you think about how he'll laugh and say, 'Ta-ta is a silly name, baby name, even for a teddy bear?'" "He won't ask," I said. "Oh, he'll ask," she said. I decided not to take my teddy bear. At last it was time to go to Reggie's house. "Good night," said my mother. "Good night," said my father. Sleep tight, said my sister. I went next door to where Reggie lived. He lived right next door. That night, Reggie showed me his junk. He showed me his flashlight, his collection of bottle caps, a chain made of chewing gum wrappers, some picture postcards, an egg timer, jumbo goggles, a false nose, a mustache, and a bunch of old rubber stamps and labels from his father's office. We decided to play office with the rubber stamps. And after that, we had a wrestling match. And after that, we had a pillow fight. And after that, Reggie's father said, bedtime. Already, said Reggie. Already, said his father. So we got into bed. Good night, said Reggie's father. Good night, we said. Reggie sighed. I sighed. We can still tell ghost stories, said Reggie. Do you know any, I asked. Uh-huh, said Reggie. So Reggie began to tell a ghost story. Once there was this ghost, and he lived in a haunted house, only he did most of the haunting himself. And this house was empty, except for this ghost, because nobody wanted to go near this house. And they were so afraid of this ghost. And every night, this ghost would walk around this house and make all kinds of clunky, creaky sounds. A room, like that. And he would go around looking for people to scare because that's what he liked most to do. Scare people. And he was very scary to look at. Oh, was he scary to look at. Reggie stopped. Are you scared, he asked. Uh-huh, I said. Are you? What, said Reggie? Are you scared? Just a minute, said Reggie. I have to get something. Well, what do you have to get, I asked. Oh, something, said Reggie. Reggie pulled the something out of a drawer. The room was dark, but I could see that it had fuzzy arms and legs, and it was about the size of a teddy bear. I looked again. It was a teddy bear. Reggie got back into bed. Now about this ghost, he said. Is that your teddy bear, I asked. What, said Reggie? Is that your teddy bear? You mean this teddy bear? The one you're holding, I said. Uh-huh, Reggie answered. Do you sleep with them all the time? What, said Reggie? Do you sleep with them all the time? Uh-huh. Does your teddy bear have a name? Does your teddy bear have a name, I said louder. Uh-huh, Reggie answered. What is it? You won't laugh, said Reggie. No, I won't laugh, I said. Promise? I promise. It's Foo-Foo. Did you say Foo-Foo? Uh-huh, said Reggie. Just a minute, I said. I have something to get. Well, what do you have to get, Reggie asked. Oh, something, I answered. The next minute, I was ringing my own doorbell. The door opened. Ira, everyone said, what are you doing here? I changed my mind, I answered. You what, said my mother. You what, said my father. You what, said my sister. She was still up. I changed my mind, I said. I decided to take Tata after all. And I went upstairs. Soon I was down again with Tata. And my sister said, Reggie will laugh. You'll see how he'll laugh. He's just gonna fall down laughing. He won't laugh, said my mother. He won't laugh, said my father. He won't laugh, I said. I came back to Reggie's room. I have a teddy bear too, I said. Do you want to know his name? I waited for Reggie to say uh-huh, but Reggie didn't say uh-huh. Reggie didn't say anything. I looked at Reggie. He was fast asleep. Just like that, he'd fallen asleep. Reggie, wake up, I said. You have to finish telling the ghost story. But Reggie just held his teddy bear closer and went right on sleeping. And after that, well, there wasn't anything to do after that. Good night, I whispered to Tata. And I fell asleep too. And that's the end of Ira Sleeps Over. I hope you enjoyed the story Ira Sleeps Over. The moral of this story is You might have something special that means something to you, and that's okay. Don't worry about what other people think, because they might be feeling just like you are. So, always remember to be true to yourself and your feelings. And don't be embarrassed because other people might have a bunny foo-foo or a tata just like you. Okay, kids, so now I want you to tell your mom or dad how you would feel if you spent the night at somebody else's house. Would you be excited? Would you be happy? Would you be a little bit nervous? Would you be a little bit scared? Was there something that you would like to take with you that would make you feel better? Also, I wanted to talk about Reggie and his friend. When Reggie invited Ira to sleep over, he had a lot of fun stuff for them to do. And I know you're in the house right now and it's hard to find fun stuff to do. So I know something fun you could do. So I went in the garage and I found some tape. That's what you're gonna need, some tape. And you're gonna need some yarn or some string. This is the yarn or string and some tape. And what you could do is go down your hallway and you can make something fun to do called laser tag. Okay? So you and maybe your brother or your sister or even your mom or your dad can play with you. I'm going to put the instructions on the lesson plan on the Learning Genie so you can check them out there. But I'm also going to show you what it looks like when you're done with this following clip. Enjoy! Laser maze!
Just go under.
Hit a laser.
You're not touching everything.
You would have been dead already. Silence would have And hit another laser. Hit another one. Keep hitting lasers. Hit another one. Hit another one. Hit that. Hit another one. Good. Put your butt on one. Hit another one.
Just got one more step. You gonna try to go through the track?